Hey guys, and welcome to game number 54 of my 100 game rematch against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. We took a loss in game 53, so 9 games behind the bot once again. Really hoping for a win today to get back to within 8 games, but we will see. Bot is first. I've got EIKLNTV. If the bot were to not put a word on the board, well, which it does, I was going to say I'll play Kelvin. Let's see if Vim changes things. Kelvin does still play. I could play it here for 26. I think that's probably reasonable. Putting the I there is actually not that scary. Normally, I always say beware of vowels next to bonus squares, especially near triples, but the only thing that could really crush me is an F. There's only 2 Fs in the bag, so the odds are against the bot having one. Of course, it's possible. Anything's possible, but it's not likely. Without an F, there's just limited damage that the bot can do. A D could score a bit, but nothing all that much. Yeah, that's 26. Like, I would not play Kelvin for 18 here. To me, 8 points is too much to give up for, the small chance the bot has an F and scores 40 or 45. It's just not likely enough to justify an 8-point sacrifice if you do the math. If the bot scores 45 10% of the time, which is probably reasonable, then that's what, 4.5 points expected value? It's just not enough. So I am going to go here. And I drew the F. So I'm actually threatening Futz for like 70 now. That's another thing, guys, that the expected value doesn't take into account. Like, I could also draw an F. I just turned over 6 tiles, right? And that's why generally, alright, I'm not going to get it, but, I'll still probably play Fizz over here or Cuz. I'll think about that in a second. But to finish my point, that's why a lot of players, especially newer players, play too scared. Because they're worried about these openings that your opponent's actually the heavy underdog to have. And they forget about the fact that if your opponent doesn't have it, you could also get it. It's not a completely one-sided thing, right? It's not like the opening is guaranteed to get blocked if you play there and your opponent can't use it. So often you'll actually get the benefit of it, which almost happened here. If I got down Futz, that would have been massive. But in any case, Cuz or Fizz? Cuz is 2 less, keeps IOFT. Fizz is 2 more, keeps COUT. So it's kind of a trade-off here because the F is worse than the C, but the U is worse than the I, so one hand Fizz is better and one hand Cuz is better. I think I actually prefer Cuz here, just because if I keep the F, I can nicely overlap here potentially on my next turn. It's close. COUT is probably a little bit better for bingos, but on this kind of closed board, I probably prefer the F and getting rid of the U. But I could definitely see going either way on this one. I'm going to play Cuz. Fruition. Well, now at least I'm still glad I played Cuz, because this rack is clunky, but if I had played Fizz, I would have had 2 U's, which would have been pretty bad too. So, alright. Okay. Somebody's got some S's. I think I gotta do this, guys. It's actually not horrible. It does at least get rid of one of my eyes. There's no way the bot doesn't have, at least 2 S's or an S in a blank, and it does that. I'm gonna get absolutely annihilated if I leave that open. I have to play this. If it triples with Sfumatos, I'll storm out of the room, but yeah. That was quite a play there of Knob. I hate having to do this kind of thing, but, again, I have to, because if the bot didn't have an S with Knob, then I don't even know then I don't know anything about Scrabble anymore, and Scrabble has actually turned into some crazy poker where there's enhanced advantages for bluffing, but I'm sure the bot had a bunch of stuff there. Alright, Floorwood for 33. It has to be like an insta-play here. Well, at least I'm still winning. Taxing, I don't think that takes an S. Okay, well now it definitely doesn't take an S. I was pretty sure it didn't anyway. So, also, did the bot play knob with just an S? Wow, that is so gutsy. I'm shocked. I mean, it wasn't down that much, right? It couldn't have been down that much. I hadn't even bingoed yet. Is that really necessary? I mean, when you still had ski there? That's going to be a fascinating turn to look at in the analysis. Goodness. I mean, that's the kind of play that most humans would probably only make if they have, like, the last hook. Which clearly was not the case for BestBot. That's a wild play, guys. Wow. I've never seen even BestBot do something quite as blatant as that. That is wild. Anyway, what am I going to do with this garbage? That is a good question. It's a very good question, an important question. I kind of want to play Kui, but that's just stupid, isn't it? It's so risky. I don't really like Noyade either. Putting that Y there is not good. That allows a lot of high-scoring 5s there, ending in like HY or other things. Yeah, Kui looks... If I were going to do this, I would actually just play Kui, just to at least make overlaps slightly harder on the left. Maybe it's not as scary as I think. I mean, overlaps on the left are not necessarily that easy. With 3 vowels next to each other there. Like BR and stuff. Plays through the O. I mean, there's no super high scoring tiles. I guess the J could be painful, like JO and stuff. Yeah, it looks kind of crazy. I want to just make sure I'm not... But I don't want to do this and keep DEO. The turnover, also, like, guys, there's 2 blanks and 3 S's left. The turnover is good. I mean, definitely Kui over Kui. I think it's between that and Noyade. Which one do I like more? The leaves are comparable. Which one is... I don't know. Which one is riskier? They're both kind of risky, honestly. Putting that Y is a really bad tile to put there. It gives back so many 40 and 50 point plays. Like, so many. This is a very, very unpleasant turn. I hate both of my good options. There's nothing through this R, really. At least that I see. I mean, this play just looks crazy. But I kind of think I like it. You know, with those blanks and everything, I don't mind creating chaos. The bot also just turned over 7 tiles. It might not have a good rack. I'm going to do it. And that, guys, is why you turn over tiles when there are 2 blanks in the bag. Is exactly why you turn over tiles with 2 blanks in the bag. Alright, what am I going to do next? Ambient for 73, maybe? Let's see what the bot does here. I just can't wait to see what it had with Knob. That's such a gutsy play that I can't see like any human making. It just seems crazy. Up grew for 32, leaving the left open. Oh, ambient fits here, guys. Oh, that's 100. I mean, do I have anything like timbre? Hold on, let me just make sure I don't have anything that's even more. I doubt I do, and I don't want to spend too much time getting a little low. No, I don't think so. Alright, ambient for 100 it is. Okay. Now I have Jambient and Joe. No, I'm kidding, that's not a word. Just trolling a little bit there. I mean, obviously this is not a bad option. Okay, interesting. I don't think that changes my plan here. It blocks the T, which is good. AHJRS has pretty decent potential, like Hijras and Haj and stuff. I don't see anything great. I mean, I could actually play Kirsch, but why would I do that when I can keep the S and block and score more, right? Yeah, I kind of like just dropping QI here. Again, sometimes the least exciting plays are the best ones. I have Hijras now. Wow, Hijrahs is a valid word. Unfortunately, like I said before, taxings, I'm almost certain is not good, especially after BestBot played Cornets with Ski when it would have played it with taxings if it were good. And I was already almost certain it wasn't good anyway. I feel like I've messed that up recently. Dang, Hijra is not going to play. That's a shame. But I'm still definitely in the driver's seat here, despite the fact that there are certainly plenty of openings for the bot to use. I actually don't see any, like, steamed out plays for myself yet. Huh. Where am I putting this J? I feel like I want to get rid of my J. But I don't actually see anywhere all that good to do so. Is there a setup? Hockey keeping HHRS. It is a foul-heavy pool. So it's maybe not a crazy thing to do. Is there just nothing through this U? I don't think so. I mean, Jura? HHIS? I have the last I. Wow, okay. It's interesting to note. Yeah, there's shockingly few. I could also keep the J, I guess. I mean, no one said I absolutely have to get rid of the J here. I also wouldn't be opposed to blocking on the bottom left a little bit, especially that T is fairly good as a line. It's just like, I mean, I'm not going to play Taj for 10. That seems insane. Surely that can't be right. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm missing something that should be obvious here. But sometimes I get that feeling and there's just nothing. Hopefully that's one of these times. Hopefully if there is something obvious, I'll see it before I hit my clock. Nothing from that T or the N. I mean, nah, come on, that's crazy, right? That's gotta be crazy. I mean, the bot can still bingo to this R and stuff. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not, like, insane, but I don't know. I don't think I hate Ahi there. I mean, it's such a val-heavy pool. I could hit Harsh for a lot. I think with an S and a blank left, you know, there's enough space on this board to bingo. I think keeping your foot on the gas here makes some sense and just setting yourself up for some good plays. The bot might not have another S after Pulsa. I mean, that scored enough points. I could see it having had, like, AN or something. I wouldn't necessarily infer it had the other S, so I think this is fine, honestly. I mean, I'm not thrilled about this leave, but I have SHH on my next turn as a minimum. I think here going on the offensive and trying to outrun bingos is better than trying to block, just given there are enough lines and the pool is good enough. I'm going to do this. Okay. I mean, I have Harsh. Like I said, that's 40 points. That was kind of my plan, that if the bot bingos, say, from the T, then I can just hit something with hit Harsh, hopefully, and outscore it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So the S still in play. Yeah, Harsh looks very good now. I mean, it does... the problem with Harsh does allow bingos under the H8, which will score a lot. They will at least empty the bag. Let's think about this for a minute. Is this better? Leaving Ahis? I doubt it. No, that can't be better. I also worry after Harsh, the bot could, like, I mean, I have to score here too, guys. Like, I'm only up 10. I'm worried if after Harsh, I mean, if the bot scores up here, I can still, I think, win whenever the bot doesn't bingo, almost certainly. But things could get dicey after a play like Flawley. Tough one. And after a shot, I have to worry about that S as a bingo line too. I think I play Harsh, and then, I mean, if the bot scores there, it's probably going to be opening a line that's tough to use, like an F. And then after that, I can probably play down from the H, and then block most stuff and outscore. I think this is fine. I think the bingos under Harsh are just a risk I have to take. Yeah, but now, I mean, I know I have garbage here, but I guess am I getting outscored somehow? Can I just do this? I don't think I'm going to get outscored. I really don't. Hold on. No, I can't. See, I can't overlap, really. It gives back huge counterplay. I don't think the bot's really bingoing down column E. Leaners isn't going to fit. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just hood. I mean, I'm up 49 with one in the bag. I think I should win endgames here, almost certainly. Yeah, I feel like this has to be the play. I mean, like, yes, I have Drek, but I think, I mean, even if it plays like Leaf, I think I can hold on. I don't think it's going to score enough on its next play. I hope I'm right. I have a 16-point cushion to start. I can at least drop like GEY or something. I expect BestBot to use close to its full time here. I mean, there's no possible bingos it could have, right? Snarfled? No. Oh, end leafs and federals don't fit. Yeah, right. I don't think there's anything it could have. Or anything starting with an E next to upgrow. Yeah, I mean, this was kind of my plan with Harsh, guys, was to play down from the H and obstruct most bingos on my next turn. Yeah, Harsh might have not been correct, but I don't know. I might get close to getting outrun here. I think I'll be fine. See, I mean, after I play like Leaf 33, I'm still up 16 points. Even though I have Drek, I mean, I think with plays like Good through the D, or Yod, or GEY and Reg, I think I'll hold on. But yeah, like I said, I fully expect BestBot to use its full time here. It'll be interesting to see if it tries to outrun or if it tries to bingo. I mean, I just don't know if it tries to bingo. Like, is it gonna go for some sort of setup here? I wonder if it's gonna try to play like ER. I could see something like ER. But if it does that, then I can just play like I and YER. It would only do that if it saw, I think it would only do that if it saw something else it could draw on the bottom. Which maybe, if depending on what's in the bag, that might exist. BestBot has used a minute and 2.5 minutes, so it's going to be moving within the next 30 seconds. It'll be very interesting to see what it does. Maybe, are we going to see like LA for 2, setting up Lala? I doubt it. Ed? No. I don't know. Is the bot going to try to beat me in the endgame, or is it going to try to bingo? We're going to know in about 10 seconds. Bot will run out of its 3-minute capacity, and we are going to find out what it's going to do. Here we go. ER. Okay. Had a feeling. I did predict that. So it's threatening to bingo out with Snarfle and SER, which obviously I cannot allow. Snarfle doesn't fit in the bottom. Farnesol does not fit either, thankfully. The N in ambient is there to save me. So, yeah, I mean, I think just like EYE, right? It's fine. I mean, I have Togue on the bottom left to go out, which is going to be fairly annoying to block. Yeah, I mean, I think this is just fine. Alright, yeah, bot doesn't even block. I assume I should go out, right? Is that better than good? 21. Let's see, Togue is plus 11, 7 plus 4. If I go out, if I play here for 21, bot needs to go out for 8. I guess the bot gets 8 with Sown. So it ends up being a wash, unless I could be missing a better out. Oh yeah, skins. Okay. So, alright, sorry there guys, tiny glitch, but I just went out with Togue, didn't miss anything. I win the game 410 to 367. So, held on there in a fairly tense finish. Let's take a look at this game, especially some of the later positions there that were probably really tough for both myself and the bot. So, alright, we will start with, why don't we start with the bot's position here, because this was interesting. So it has leafers, which is a new word and doesn't play. So I guess the idea here is that this just doesn't outrun, which seems sensible. Down 16. So I wonder, like, what if it draws the Y? Because the Y might be good for it to score with. And it tries to draw, like, Iras. How about, maybe, what about Leafs, actually? Going for the Y for Yer above Arcuated, or Ira here with WE and EYRA. Is that enough? Minus 13 for the bot. If I play Good, minus 30, I guess it's just not enough, because I'm still going to get 21. Bot's down 34. It's going to need 26 to tie. Ira's 19. It loses by 7. Tricky. Okay. So yeah, this just doesn't quite outrun, I think. If I have the Y, I can probably score too much. And the bot also won't go out for enough. So but when does this win? That's the question. So obviously it doesn't win with an N draw. Doesn't win with an E draw. Leafers still won't play. Doesn't O work? Loafers, Saffro? Seafloor. No, but that's not going to fit. Alfredo doesn't take an S. Loafers, Saffro aren't going to... I mean, doesn't... I can just block Saffro then, no? Does a U do it? Yeah, U does it, right? Yeah. Okay, it needs to draw a U. Very good. Because then it's going to have Ferulas on the top and Earfuls with we. Very good. It's going for a U draw. 1 and 8. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think that's sensible, right? If you're sure that Leaf doesn't win in an endgame, which it seems like it's going to lose by single digits, or Leafs for that matter, then yeah, might as well go all out, right? Go for the 1 and 8. It's not like I'm going to bingo there. Is that the best it can do? I guess it is. I'll run it through a more rigorous Macondo, but I'm pretty sure that's the best it's going to be able to do. Alrighty, and yeah, Macondo does indeed confirm. ER appears to be the only play that gives BestBot any chance here. So well done by BestBot there, despite its 3-minute limit. At here, it's worth mentioning, it does threaten bingos in 2 spots with a U draw, but it's going to lose narrowly because I'm going to hit Yogi and Get for 43 points. And I will leave you guys to check the math. I'm going to win by somewhere around 10 after Yogi, followed by Wii and Earfuls. So ER, which doesn't give back a big play, is the only win. EYE, or even EYEN, for that matter, is 30 points. Again, I'll leave you guys to check the math. The bot is going to win by, it looks like, just a couple after Earfuls, but it will hold on. In any case, that was a good play by the bot. And yeah, for me here, I is fine. And then the bot plays low for, and I go with Togue. All right, so let's go back now to the beginning of this game. Bot opens with Vim. Yeah, I mean, I don't like GNST, but at least you float an I in the event that stays open and makes the position fairly restrictive for me. Oh, you know, I probably should have played Kevel instead of Kelvin. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I mean, this seems right. It's 2 less, but for just 2 less, there's no good reason to open this spot. Yeah, I mean, NT is also totally fine over a T. That was a little sloppy by me. I just got very fixated on playing Kelvin, and I completely didn't see Kevel. So, a little sloppy of a start there for me, but I got away with it. Bot plays Taxing. Yeah, Fizz a little higher on equity than Cuz. I figured it might be, but like I said, with Kif there, I wanted to save the F for that, and just being that it was a fairly closed board, I felt the F was a little more flexible than the C. So I think that's fine. Also, getting rid of the U has a lot of benefit. So this is the knob turn. Really? Really? Like, there's 2 blanks and 3 S's left. There's no way any human plays this, right? Like, even Josh Sokol wouldn't play this, I don't think. Josh, if you're watching this, you wouldn't play this, would you? I mean, like, if I have an S or a blank, you're just screwing yourself so badly. I mean, do you really need to do that? It's a tie game after this. I get it if you were down a ton or if there was, like, just 1 S and no blanks left or something, but with 3 S's and 2 blanks this early, do you really need to do that? I mean, I don't know. That just looks so wrong to me, guys. It looks so wrong. I would never do this. Like, the only time I would ever recommend somebody play like this is if they were a huge, huge underdog. Like, if you have a intermediate player playing Nigel Richards or something, then maybe I could see taking this kind of chance. But if you've got 2 evenly matched players, like, there's some upside. This isn't even that strong a leave, honestly. You're not that likely to bingo. So there's a bit of upside, but there's just so much downside with 2 blanks and 3 S's left. And if I hit a huge play there, then you've taken out Kelvin's also. You're just shooting yourself in the foot so much. I don't know. I don't like it. I would just do this or this and play it slow. I don't like it at all, but BestBot clearly liked it. Wow, what a play. In any case, yeah, I mean, I think I have to play if here, right? Like, I have to respect that. I was surprised that BestBot only had 1 S. I figured at least it would have 2 S's just to reduce the chances of me having one, but I mean, I know I'm only getting 9, but BestBot probably averages like 60 there if I don't block it. So I think I gotta do this. Yeah, I mean, like, this is why I don't like Knob. You know, your leave just wasn't good enough. Even if I didn't block that, what are you gonna do? Like, torques and get 40? No, it's just not that exciting. Sart seems reasonable here, keeping good leave to try to hit ski. Floorwood is basically an automatic play. Hornets, yeah, this turn. So, I mean, really, I saw all the viable candidate options. Kui has to be better than Kui. Like I said, as we saw, the turnover is much more important here than keeping the ED together. And this just gives back too many big plays to the Y, I feel like. I'm okay with my play. It worked out very well for me. Again, that obviously doesn't mean it was correct, but I think it has a lot of merit. Upcrew is a nice play by the bot, shedding a bunch of tiles. Ambient, oh wow, only playable bingo here. Okay, clearly best. Okay, so I was right here that the bot didn't have an S. Yeah, I figured there was enough of a chance that it didn't, it just couldn't score otherwise. I mean, it seems fine. Like, what are you going to do? Play Gap? ALRST on this board? Not that promising. I think taking the points makes sense. She here looks pretty good. No bingo's play. Wow. So yeah, this turn was really hard. Hull for 18 is best on equity, a play I definitely didn't consider. I don't know. I mean, it's fine, because it sets up Ahi, but I'm not going to really want to play that anyway and open the top row. Not much merit setting up a play you're not even going to want to play. I saw Jura. I think Ahi's fine, honestly. I have an S. You know, sets myself up for some big plays. Arcuated, yeah, makes sense. Narrated just gives back way too much counterplay. This turn was tough. I actually saw Bigora, but I have to score here. I'm not up that much. It's definitely between Harsh and Shah. Like I said, I preferred Harsh at least so that I leave 6 in the bag. You know, if the bot does bingo, then depending on what I have, I could maybe still beat it in the endgame with a good out in 2. So there was that. And then, like I said too, I figured if the bot plays through this A and scores, you know, that it's going to probably be playing mostly consonants, and it's going to end up with too many vowels, and it'll be putting a tile like the F there. I mean, most big scoring plays are stuff like flaw or flay or something like that. The F is going to be tough to bingo from, and then I just play down from this H, and it's relatively tricky for the bot to bingo. I figured that was my plan of attack here. With Shah, I was just worried that with Ahis and now an S and a T to worry about, it was going to become just too overwhelming to try to block everything. I feel like Harsh is probably a little bit better, but that's a tough turn. Now, O for 26. Half is a lot more points. So why not half? I guess with O, it thinks it can bingo under this? Is that right? Something like refused? Fenders isn't even going to fit there. Why this for 13 less? I mean, the T you leave open, but good luck hitting the T with an F on your rack. Do you really think you're that likely to outscore without a bingo? I don't see it. You're down 25 points plus my turn. I don't think you want to keep an F here. I don't know. I would have probably just played half. I mean, to me, this actually gives you a better chance to outscore because you get 13 more points immediately. And yeah, the F's a good scoring tile, but you're probably going to need the Y to outscore anyway, or else I'm going to get too much. Like, if you draw the Y and two consonants here, like, you could outscore. I'm going to have way too many vowels. I think half is reasonable. You know, you can definitely bingo if you can avoid all those E's, obviously. But you can definitely bingo. You could even hit inserved or something. You could hit something to the W. Like, you have bingo threats, and from my perspective, I might have to worry about both bingos and outscoring. I prefer half here, or few if you really. But this bingo line is just not that easy to hit. I think the 8 points are big here. I would have played half. Again, I'm not BestBot. I'm not saying it's better. I just don't see this because I don't see the bot outscoring me in endgames here at this score. And I don't see the utility of this line being all that significant. Like, just so many things don't fit there. I mean, some things do, but not enough. I mean, I guess 4C you hit a bit. I don't know. Yeah, if you draw... I also think what happened in the game happens a lot. Like, I just play from this HO and block. And I think, yeah, I just think health leaves it some more flexibility. Better bingo tiles, and you're closer in score. You put on more pressure. I don't know. I like health. I mean, could this actually be right, now that I think of it? Because, you know, the bot can't actually overlap. No. Actually, it can't be, because Reefy is like 80. A we and read. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this does put me up a lot. Can I outrun Reefy? I mean, Reefy is legitimately like 80 points. Isn't it? 8, 12, 15, 20, 66. 78 points. That's wild. I mean, if the bot scores 78, it probably wins, especially if I can't go out, which I almost certainly can't. Drawing 5 from that pool, I mean, I might be able to, but it's unlikely. If the bot scores 78, it's going to be up 20, and it's going to be going out, yeah. I mean, even stuff like Seely, S-E-E-R-Y, could maybe win for the bot in some situations if it saves a good 2-tile play at the end. I mean, that's still almost 70 points. Yeah, so this doesn't work. This doesn't work, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think overlaps... No, this is going to give back Seely for a ton, or Flays or whatever. Yeah, I mean, the overlaps are just going to score like 70 points. No, I don't think so. Yeah, Seely or something again. I mean, how do I lose after Hood? It's tough, right? Because okay, so the only bingo through the D I checked is Needlers. I guess if the bot does hit Needlers, I mean, that's all. I might still win after Needlers, honestly. The odds are slim. I mean, FAY has to be in the bag. That's only 1 in 120. Let's start with that. That's the only playable bingo. So I don't really have to worry. And I know from my perspective, I don't have to worry about those fishes because, I mean, I know Needlers is the only thing on the bottom. So I'm going to be able to block the fishes. Almost certainly, and outrun Needlers. So the question is, I mean, does the bot even win in endgames after Needlers? I don't even know, because I go up... What do I go up? 49 after Hood? Needlers is 60, so I'm down 11. AFY in the bag. So if I draw... Yeah, I mean, because I'm going to score a lot under or above Needlers, right? Regardless of what I draw? Maybe if I draw FY, I might have too much trouble getting rid of both of them. So if I draw FY, but then I play FEY. I mean, that's 32. So I'd go up... It's going to be close. I would go up a little... No. 21. With EOGU, that's 10. The bot needs 11 after Needlers, and FEY needs 11 to tie with an A? Not seeing it? Again, I could be missing something. I'm trying to visualize this, but yeah. So Hood, Needlers, FEY. That's if I draw FY. I think I hold on by a couple. I draw AY. I mean, the bot's not going to get a ton for an F to go out, right? Because Needlers will block Ref. I guess it gets Fad on the top right. Okay, so I'd have EEGOUAY after Needlers. Is GEY not enough? 30. So I go up 19. And I have AEOU. Yeah, Fad would win by 3. Okay. So then maybe I lose after that. Because I don't see anywhere good for Yogi or anything. Anything through the D and arcuated? I don't think so. So maybe then after Needlers, if I draw the AY, I might lose. And then finally AF. I mean, the bot is not going to get a ton for a Y. It's going to get 9, I think, with Yaw or A. So Needlers, AEGOUF, though. What am I going to do? Oof? It's not particularly good. Is Oof the best I could do then? It might be. Huh. So 29 only. Go up 18. I think I win by... No, I lose by 1. Because Needlers puts the bot up 11. I get 29. I go up 18, but the bot's going to get 10. So yeah, it wins by 1. Okay. Again, assuming I'm not missing the line here, I don't want to spend 20 minutes going through this exhaustively. But yeah, I think if the bot hits Needlers, it depends. I think if I draw FY, I'm safe. If I draw AF or AY, I barely lose, I think. Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong, but if I'm right, then that means I only lose 1 in 120 times 2/3, which is, I mean, that's 1 in 180. That is extremely, extremely unlikely to lose after Hood. I have to imagine that all of these other plays lose more. And I don't see a way... I mean, if the bot had played Leafy, maybe I could have gotten outrun in some cases through the A. Is that possible? Maybe. I mean, I still think Leafy, I mean, Good should hold on in most cases. Like, I'd still be up... What would I be up? I'd be up 4 after Leafy. Good is 21. Yeah, I mean, I guess Leafy could maybe outrun me in some cases, to be honest. Because I would have a lot of tiles left. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'd have to permute this exhaustively, which I don't want to spend the time to do here. I still think Hood is a reasonable play. I mean, I think the other longer plays just give back game-ending overlaps too often. I think Hood is correct, and yeah, maybe I was fortunate here that the bot didn't have the Y, and that I drew it, because yeah, Leafy, maybe I could have gotten into some trouble. Hard to say, but alright, in any case, that all being said, ER comes down. We've already looked at this, so maybe got a little good luck there. I still think Hood was a good play. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how I played this one. Definitely some strange turns. Knob was bizarre. I still don't agree with that for the bot. Kuwait was a bit of a bizarre play that worked out very well for me. Kelvin was definitely a mistake. Other than Kelvin, I don't think there were any plays where I know I messed up, but definitely some tough turns like Harsh and Ahi. So interesting game. Glad that I came away with the win one way or another. So we split this week. 2 interesting games. BestBot winning on Monday, me winning today. Back to 8 games behind 23 and 31 through the first 54. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Really appreciate all your support. Hope you enjoyed today's game, and I will see you all soon for the next video. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.